Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Hawachakwadash, the double honors to our apostles and elders, here at Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the Lord's hopefully elect. So, Elder Menazes Akbar shared this short early this morning, and as you're going to see, it looks like it's one family that went to Costco, and looks like they probably have, if not the store's whole supply of eggs on their carts, and someone else in there happens to say something about it, and then they have a little disagreement. It gets heated, so somebody starts to record, and I think it's a few people in there that's actually pretty upset. And the person who uploaded this short captioned it, Costco really just can't put a 5 limit per person. And this all comes because of the alleged bird flu that's causing the price of eggs to go up, which means people are going to buy a lot, which means it's going to be scarce to find, which leads to people to go out and try to hoard as much as they possibly can.
Sorry for him disrespecting you. Sorry about that. But don't get into the problems right now. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Push it up. You can put that shit down.
Respect everybody. Sorry for him disrespecting you. Sorry about that. But don't get into the problems right now. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Push it up. You can put that shit down.
So, what this shows is that it shows that in at least in America, and I would say across the globe as well, but at least in America, I know probably Europe as well. Europe, I'm sure, but especially in America, what it shows is that even if the time came, right, where there is a crisis, now let's say this was like a famine, this was unexpected, it just happened, with life, Esau had nothing to do with it, right? Like, if we just assume that, right? It just shows you that in the case of a crisis, the people, at least in America, they're not going to act civil. They're not going to do the civil thing, because when those type of times come, it's like a joint effort from, you could say, the community and everybody to ensure the survival. That everybody would have to be mindful of their neighbor. The stores would probably limit to how much you can buy of something, so much of something, to help the next person. That's not going to happen in this land, especially not in the land of America. First of all, any crisis that is happening, right, is done intentionally. You could say it's man-made by Esau, Edom, and the wicked elites. This is all part of their goal. Their goal is to get the people. They really want to depopulate the people, but their goal in general is to make the people uncomfortable and get them used to the idea of not being able to do the things of luxury anymore, and have things done in scarcity. This is what they plan, and they plan to do it by force. So like I said, they will derail those trains to pollute the water supply of those who are able to be self-sustainable, to force them back into the cities, to get them out. Because if you are considered self-sustainable, if you have your own land, you don't cause any problems, you pay your little taxes, your house is paid for, you got your own crops, you got your own food going, you're actually using the earth. What the earth is, what the earth gives us every day for free, you're using it. You're a target on Esau, Edom. He's coming after you, right? Because his goal is to put everybody in captivity, and he can't have you being self-sufficient out there. He needs you on his power grid. He needs you on his water line. He needs you on something to where he can control you. Because then if you have to rely on him for energy or certain resources, then he can control you. So he'll derail those trains. He'll burn those chicken farms. Okay, he'll crash those planes to put fear in the people who are traveling. He'll do those things by getting his means, and he don't care how many people he take out in the process. So it's all done man-made, but this shows you that in a time of, let's say if there really is a bird flu, and let's say it's not man-made, let's say that it really did affect chickens, right? Unexpected. The people, especially in the soils of America, is not going to act civil. They are not going to do the right thing. In the end, it's going to be every man for himself, and excess of greed. Because as you can see, I'm pretty sure this is one family, but man, that's probably the store's whole supply of eggs. And like I said, it's really, you could blame the store, because they're the ones that actually allow the people to do that. Back when the pandemic happened, there was a video of an Edomite couple pulled up with a U-Haul, and they took the entire, I think, Dollar Tree supply of toilet paper. And somebody was recording or cursing them out. But I'm like, really blame the store, because they're allowing them to do it. But but this just shows you that panic is imminent, right? And imminent means about to happen. It's not going to be prevented. It's about to happen. So all it takes is for people today, especially in America, to even hear that there may be a shortage of any item, anything. Like I said, even if it's toilet paper, it could be toilet paper. As you can see, it could be eggs. They're going to go out, and the people are going to panic buy, and are going to try to store it for themselves, which leads into the prophecy of 2nd Ezra chapter 15. This is going to come to the soils of America in different parts of the world as well. But it says, a man shall desire to go into a city. 2nd Ezra 15:17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And that's because of your pride, because in the soils of America, America's been only the country for a few years now, for quite some time now, to cause other nations and other countries to live under this uncertainty of knowing when a bomb will drop, or if they had to experience war, or if they're going to get sanctions put on them. These other countries, you got generations of people today who had to live and experience that, so they know what war looks like. They know what scarcity looks like. So they, countries like Russia and Iran, these countries, they do drills with the people. They know how to work together. They know what to expect, or how to maneuver, operate if things become a shortage, or if they have to work together. For so long, America's never had that. Never had to worry about war at all. So when these people, like when these generations go through school, all they hear about is what they did to the other country. They never had to hear about what they've had to receive from another country, like war and etc. Because that has shaped the way you teach. That has shaped the way you all think, your family. So you would think more like a community. You would think more like survival. So that you would do drills. You would say, okay, in the situations like this, if a bomb was to happen, you got to go this route, that route, right? Or maybe they just didn't have an excess amount of food or whatever in general, so they have to learn how to farm. They have to learn how to grow crops. They have to learn how to deal with stretch their food out. In America, that doesn't happen. The people in America are so comfortable. So all it takes is a little shakeup, or the idea that they won't be able to have access to something that they normally have access to with convenience, like toilet paper or eggs. And all it takes is the panic to come out from within to cause them to say, we got to go on the hoard and store everything, store it all. That's what leads to the panic buying and etc. So what people see, like even in the comments, you can read in the comments, people are realizing that in a sense they're screwed, because all it takes now is anything on the news that will put fear in these people to think that some type of food or access is going to be scarce, and everybody's inner greed and inner fear is just going to come to the forefront, and it's going to lead to love being lost, and responsibility and being civil. All that goes out the window, because it's all about me. And the idea that they can go a week, or the idea that they go to the store and something's not there, oh yeah, they're going to freaking panic. I think somebody even put in here, like, in the yeah, look at this. It says they got us fighting over eggs. The system is screwed up. And I think somebody like, look, somebody said, just imagine what would happen if we really had a major problem. I am pretty sure we could survive without eggs. The world is in serious trouble. In the first time in my life, I had purchased firearms, and I am 70 years old. Here it is right here. Somebody says, bird flu, there's always something, it's like there's always someone out there on the dark side saying time to raise the prices again. Then we can say there's going to be a shortage of meat products and people will buy out all the meat. Look at the profit we made with the toilet paper and hand sanitizer. It's so sad how the dark side likes to play games with our lives, but we are not all blind to what's really going on. Yeah, I mean, it's true, but that's how easily things can happen. That's how easily fear can be put into people. And you're not going to try to reason with them. You saw, so I'm pretty sure somebody said something in that store like, really, dude, you're going to buy all the eggs or whatever? And that looked like Northern Kingdom was like, what, man, we'll fight right now. What you got to say? And it's not a good idea to try to do anything around such sensitive, fragile egg crates, right? It's not a good idea. But they was ready to fight. What you say? Whatever, man. I'm thinking about my family. You know, I got here first. And they literally loaded up the entire supply of eggs. Why? Because they're at home. They're hearing the news. They're on social media. Papa, I heard that the eggs are going to be short of eggs. What? I don't know what to do without that. Here, we about to go buy all of them. I don't care. Yep. So it's all about us. So that shows you that the fear of most people is going to come to the forefront. Right? Because it's just going to be, I got to get mine. And then, you know, if you got women, you know, they're going to panic. You got daughters, they're going to panic. You got children, and you're thinking about your family, your children. So the natural, most people, men or whatever, going to think like, man, I got to go out there and get mine for my family. And that's going to cause them to try to do the same thing. So, look, the panic is imminent, and the chaos is soon to be. So back in the prophecy, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, because of your pride, because America never had to actually deal with a major crisis on their soil. You know? The other people in other countries will look and laugh and say, why there's no need to hoard all the eggs. No, you got to do the responsible thing. Just take enough for you and your family so another family can get it. But that's thinking like a community. Everybody in America, for the most part, these people are selfish. They're selfish. You understand? It goes on, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Understand? So the lack of bread, this is all anarchy that the scriptures is prophesying. A lack of bread or fear will lead people into panic, and they'll spoil their neighbor. So think about it. Like, let's say in the real times, you know what would happen if this family went out with those egg crates. They better be strapped, because I guarantee you, there's gonna be people out in the parking lot waiting. And they gonna look, all these eggs are paid for, and they gonna go over there and they gonna knock people upside the head. And they gonna take those eggs, man. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be, and in a sense, I wouldn't really blame them, because look, you got that much room for all those eggs. That means you have some type of storage area. You could just go get you some chickens at that point. But logic will go out the window, because how are you gonna store all those eggs? You're gonna store. You got room. You could go get you some chickens. So when some people see that you're doing that, they're going to be waiting outside for you, player. And they're going to be taking those things. And it's going to be eggs for everybody. Which is going to lead to shootings, which is going to lead to killings. These are the type of things that's going to happen. And it's all because America has relaxed, has lived a careless life her whole time. So now when troublesome times come, you're going to see the worst out of people. And it's going to come to the forefront. Isaiah 47, verse 8, therefore hear thou this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. That's the key word, careless. Ezekiel 39, verse 6. And I will send a fire on Magog and among them that dwell carelessly in the isles, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. And even in chapter 38, he said he's going to put the spirit on Magog to think an evil thought. Verse 11, and thou shalt say, I will go up into the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. That's talking about America. So as the scriptures tell you, America lives at rest, careless, without walls, without gates, mentally, and these people on the side of the earth dwell careless. So the moment panic comes about, you're going to see what it's going to bring forth, because all that does is strike fear into other people to say, you need to put those back, you need to give me those, give me some of that. So it's going to be an all-out chaos inside grocery stores, and you know what that means. All it takes is a little chaos, and now it's a free-for-all. Everybody's just going to grab what they can, storm out. It's going to lead to panic. It's going to lead to chaos. And it's well known that grocery stores on the soils of America each have a most of 3 days food supply at most. So, but if people go in there and start hoarding, it's going to shrink significantly. Even with the port strike not that long ago, even when I went in the stores, guess what everybody had on their cart? Paper towels and toilet paper. Even though that strike had nothing to do with them, but it's the idea that walking in there and you seeing other people with it, you afraid that you won't get it, so you want to get something. So that's just a natural, these things just naturally happen. You understand? So yeah, panic is imminent in this place on the soils of Babylon because of pride. So you just keep your eyes open, man, for the times we're living in, because you're gonna have people that's going to go out and they're just gonna buy crazy things. You know what I mean? And just go crazy because of panic. They'll see a video like that, and that'll spark other people to do the same thing, and to do the same thing, which will lead to panic. And like I said, now it's eggs. You know, they could easily say it's a meat shortage. You know, they could say it's a corn shortage, canned goods shortage, whatever, however it turns. But it shows you that the prophecy about chaos and anarchy coming is going to happen. It's imminent. It's inevitable. You understand? So yeah, man, just keep an eye out what's going on around here. Shalom.